All right, so this example is number 11 from homework 2, and it's about Christmas tree shearing costs, which average $60 per acre for the third through eighth year of an 8-year rotation. So every 8 years, right, they would harvest the trees, but this is just one of a single 8-year rotation. At 9.5% interest, these costs accumulate to how much by the time the trees are harvested. Assume that the costs occur at the end of the year. So this is one where a timeline would be pretty useful. So let's do that. Right, so if we have an 8-year rotation and we start in 0, right, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, harvest the trees in year 8. So it's $60 per year for the third year through the 8th year. So year 1, year 2, year 3. So the third year. So we have 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. Right? And we want to know that the costs accumulate to. So we want to know VT. So let's write down what our knowns are, right? So VT we don't know. So we have an A equals 60. We have an I equals, in this case, 9.5. And a T. And so T is going to be, if you look at the what we have here, T is the length of the time horizon. Now this one's tricky in that it's the time horizon of the actual series that we have, right? Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So T is going to be 6 years. And that's what we're going to do. So what we have, if we look at our equation, right, we have not a single but a series. It happens every year. It ends in T years, and we want the future value because we're trying to get that VT out in the future. So let's put our equation for that here. So our VT equals A 1 plus I to the T minus 1 over I. Right, so that's what we've got. We're trying to get our VT. And so, right, that's kind of the critical part of following. The rest is just kind of a plug and chug thing. So now we have our VT equals, let's put those values in, 60 times 1 plus I, 1 point, the alarm threw me off there, 1.059 to the T, which is 6 minus 1, over 0.095. So a little sloppy, but you can see that's an 0.95, right? 1 plus I to the 6 minus 1. So now if I solve that, I would get my VT equals $457.13, right? Which is what we have up here. So this is an interesting one in that year 0 doesn't really matter, right? So this stuff here is before our timeline really even starts. So that first year is not the first year, the second year, but the third year, right? This is when that payment starts. The payment occurs at the end of the year, like it says, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 periods. So I hope that helps with this one. This is kind of a tricky one, but we're going to have more of these as we go on when things don't always start in year 0, or when you solve the equation, you aren't right where you want to be. You have to do something else to get there. You have to do a little figuring out. That's where these timelines are going to come in handy, right? Because that will help you solve it through there. So hope that helps, and we'll see you guys in class.